Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Hi, Golden. What's up? Hey, y'all. What's today? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm still tired. Oh, my goodness. I just woke up and I feel like I've been asleep like for a whole day and I still feel tired. The heck? I don't like that because I want energy. I want energy. And when your energy is affected, like that's a problem for me. Um I'm a really busy person. Um I manage a household. I have a child I'm raising. Um I work. It's a lot and I need my energy. But that's not what we came here for today or why we are gathered here today. That's my new thing. We are gathered here today. Okay. Anyway, that was just a little ramble. Oh boy, how y'all doing? How are is that hi Ange? Oh my goodness, my baby Ange made a level up live. Hi boo. I love you, Ange. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. It's so good to see you on one of the morning lives. What's going on, y'all? Y'all, we done started some shit like we always do. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay being a shit starter. I am. I will live in my truth. You know, I'm okay with that. We had a dynamic live Monday night, child. And I see that, the man behind Trevor Green, or we got to find a new name for him. Guys, I need your help because I can't call that channel Trevor Green. I just can't. And even though he may not be changing the name, we need to come up with another name because I'm not going to be saying Trevor Green. But I see that they made a video about me and Jag. I didn't even watch it. Now, let me say something. I don't have a problem with that individual, but I personally didn't like how, and I want to be careful because I don't want to say like how I was portrayed because in his eyes, he's like, well, it's your voice, it's what you've been saying. And I get that. But it's the way you put this shit together. So let's dissect this. Okay. So this guy had started using me as a character in their animations. And they were animating my relationship with Ben. Okay. And one of the first times that I became familiar with that channel, I heard an AI song that was a part of one of the shows that because I had not been watching the guy. And someone went out of their way to like play this song that he made. in regards to me. And I'm like resistant to it because here's my thing. Good morning, Thurman. Good morning. It's so good to see you. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Really? You're a graphic artist? And say, yeah, that live was awesome. You still up, still trying to what? I listen, I was chilling yesterday. So I don't know what's going on. Shout out, let me say this. Shout out to Trip. Shout out to my girl Trip. Oh, Trip. Now, I am just she is swinging. And Trip is so funny, y'all. Y'all go subscribe to Messy Meta Physics, Metaphysician, Messy Metaphysician, Me- Messy Metaphysics, or it's Messy Metaphysician. I'm not sure. One of those. It's either metaphysics or metaphysician. But yo, she is so funny. And right now her commentary is like in my favor, right? And I don't want people to think I'm like promoting her because her commentary is in my favor. We've been getting along well. We have history. I have history with Trip. And I'm saying what I'm saying because the Trip that I used to know is not the Trip that we see today. She is confident. She is no, let me say she doesn't give a fuck. um, she is letting these bitches know she not the one, the two, or the three. Okay? Trip is Trip. And I love this for her. And I just want to encourage her because they're going to bully her. They have already started. Um, they're going to, it's levels to the bullying. So I already, I've already kind of heard a couple of things, um and I just want her to recognize the bullshit and then say fuck the bullshit, okay? And don't give in or feed into the bullshit, okay? For real. And that's my message to Trip. Let me see what else. Okay. We had an epic live over here Monday night. Like I'm gonna do something tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight, but we're gonna do something tonight. But I was like, look, after Monday night, y'all didn't need nothing from me yesterday. I took yesterday off. I said, but I'm gonna come back to work tonight. I don't know what we doing, but y'all know I'll figure it out. But oh, let me get back to I was talking about that channel, the animation channel. So they were playing a song, an AI song that person behind the channel had made. And I was like, I'm like, this is cool or whatever. What's your name? Come in here asking me questions. I don't know you. Tell me your name. Trip is a real one. Yep, I agree. Trip is a real one. Um, so what was I saying? And when I heard the song, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't like it. I didn't like what the song was saying about me in it and what it was saying like about my, relationship. I'm like, this nigga do not know what he talking about. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit. It was referencing my child, my parenting, and my relationship. And so then there were other episodes that I was featured in. And I started finding like the humor in it. I started embracing his shade about me and, my boo. I was embracing it. However, it was still a lot of shade being thrown and I was still being portrayed to look a certain way. And I want to say this, I don't give a fuck how you guys feel about um the relationship, whatever it may be between Ben and I, right? Like, it's so funny how people have opinions, especially women, especially single women, especially women that have their own, relationships that are dysfunctional or, and I'm not even going to say that my relationship is dysfunctional. You know, Ben and I have gone through some things here on online. And I think for both of us, like we just needed to like hopefully learn from those things, navigate through it. I feel like I don't know, but just like you guys have gone through things in your relationships with your significant other, and you go through things, you break up, you get back, or whatever the case is. Um, that's just what people do. And I get that. I get that, being that it's like a public um relationship, people are going to talk or whatever, but I just didn't agree with a lot of that. I just was like, this guy is, I don't know. So I was live, was it like a week or two ago when he came to my channel and we actually ended up having like an impromptu sit down with him. That might have been last week. And I had an impromptu sit down with him and he gave me this story about, him working with Jaguar. Um, because when it came to his commentary about Jag and just how he, felt about her, I was like, yo, what's the deal? Why are you so angry? What's going on? What did she do? You know what I'm saying? And he gave me this whole story, right? But he also told me that I needed to do my research. And so I did my research. And research has it that you lied. You lied. The story that you told me, you were not able to produce receipts, which you should be able to produce receipts. There should be photos, a flyer. So, you know, we were just asking for receipts. And he tags me on a community post that was like a Facebook post promoting an event from October 17th, 2010. So it was just a Facebook post with all capital words You know, everything was in capital. It's going down tonight at the Crystal Center Ballroom. I don't know. Crystal Club, French Quarters. It was so many, like, where exactly are y'all at? Where exactly is the party? It was very confusing. Um, that was the only receipt that he produced. There were there was no graphic with the post. It was just words for a promotion to promote a celebrity event. It was just words. No pictures, no nothing. Okay. So then someone else, not the person that we're asking, someone else sends a flyer. Okay. The flyer that they send is for an event August 21st, 2010. He starts saying, "Oh, well, I had to move the event back." But no, if she performed in August, but what you sent me was in October, you didn't move anything back. It was before that date. So now you fumbling, you scrambling, you fumbling. It's not making any sense. And then the flyer that they produced, wasn't a good flyer. And it was a photo of Jag that she used on some t-shirts that she had made I want to say last year. She had these cool t-shirts with, you know, her face, this black and white image, the one that's on that flyer. Now, the Facebook post that he originally posted to, you know, as a receipt, it had all these other like celebrities, a comedian, all these other people that were scheduled to perform, but this flyer was just Jaguar. Jaguar was the, but yet you're saying that, oh, she wasn't that big of a deal. She was, you know, already, you know, he kept like minimizing her celebrity status at that time, but yet this flyer made it sound like she was just the main event, the main attraction. There were no other names on that flyer, nobody else. So now we're in August, but Jag didn't feel comfortable with this person being up on the panel with her at the same time, which I can understand that. I can completely understand that. Because I'm the same way now. There are just people that I don't feel I need to talk to. You know, these people feel like I need to explain myself to them. I don't need to say anything to you. Just keep watching me, like, or not watching me, simple. But as far as like engaging and speaking with you, and there's several people on here that will never ever happen ever again. So I could totally understand, you know, her not wanting to speak to this person, because if it wasn't for her, you know, I'm thinking that that was that person's name. I didn't know that this was the name of someone, you know, who caused her trauma. So when the individual who owns that channel made that name the name of their channel to like troll her, maybe in his mind he didn't realize that it's like antagonizing. It's really fucked up. Maybe he doesn't realize that, but I want you guys to realize that this is the name of an individual that a woman shared her personal story of a man named Trevor Green that did some really awful things to her, according to her, right? It's her story. Um, this is her story. Whether you believe it or not, who are you to who are we to, question that, or to say, she's just lying. Man, that didn't happen. How do you know? What proof do you have? So I'm just going to make a YouTube channel with this name because only she's going to know what that name means to her, right? I was sharing a story, like that's like me telling y'all a story about a guy that I go on a date with, and the guy starts being aggressive, and I'm asking him to stop, but he's being forceful, and I tell you the name of that person, and then someone in my bushes listening, or someone sitting right here in the chat decides to troll me by creating a channel with that name. And then I go live and they pop into my chat like, hey, Sam. And it's the name of the person that did this thing to me, that I shared my story. And I'm like, what the fuck? Can you imagine? That's weird. That's weird. And so when I thought about it, I was like, yo, like maybe you should change the name, because your initial goal was to troll. Your initial goal was to antagonize and to make Jag feel some type of way because you don't believe her story or whatever the case is. Like, it's weird. Um, so I'm like, now you're creating content and it's pretty good. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's AI content. It's, if you understand how AI works, you type in what it is that you want, how you want it to look, exactly what you want, and and AI creates these images and graphics for you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we're like, oh, it's really good. I mean, it's AI. It's not. It doesn't take him much. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's not like, I don't know. Y'all know what I mean. But just imagine, someone doing that to you based off of a story that you told, and you have trauma behind it, you have PTSD behind it, and then someone creates this page to troll you. And now they're a content creator, and we're like, yeah, shout out to Trevor Green. Oh my goodness, did you see Trevor Green's video the other night? Oh, Trevor Green, Trevor Green. First of all, that's not his name, right? And not that his channel has to be in his name, but dude, that's not who you are, though. And then this guy, he says he's from Philly. It's not like he's saying, oh, I know Trevor Green, and man, my dog is fucked up behind her, running around telling people that he did. No, that's not even what he's saying. He don't even know the guy. Like, how are you proving that her story isn't true? And I kept asking him that. Like, then he's like, well, what about Sip? What about him? If a woman is saying that she told a man to stop or no, that's just what it is. But anyway, he was not able to produce other receipts and things to solidify his story. So therefore, I do not believe that that individual has ever met Jaguar Wright. He sounds very obsessed. Low key, I mean, I think he also stalks her on here, because he's like the first in her chat. He still watches everything she does, and He's still very much like obsessed with her. So for me, it's just a little weird. And, being that I've been included in his animations and stuff, I was just like, let me get in your business. Let me find out about you. So that's what we did, and we had a good time with it. And yeah, y'all do with that information as y'all wish. Um so yeah, I'm at peace. I don't care about what he's doing over there. I'm back to just minding my business and doing what I do over here. Um but I'm gonna say this, it brought up some other things that got me looking like, what's really going on? And I don't know if I'm, that interested or invested in like digging deeper. I don't know. We'll see. But it did raise other questions about other things. And that's all I'm going to say. Um Conrad, Conrad. So Conrad came through to the live, and Trip did an interesting live about Conrad after the after the interaction with Conrad on my channel that night, Monday night. Trip did an interesting live titled Conrad the Agent. So we were discussing this troll that in his mind thinks it's okay to use my child as a pawn. I don't know if that's the right term. But yeah, he used my child as a pawn to troll me, to harass me, to antagonize me, to make me feel some type of way. But these people don't understand that when they come for my kid, it just confirms how much of a pussy ass bitch you are. That's all that does. You're not affecting me or him. My child don't even know the shit that y'all be saying. He don't know what y'all be doing on this app. He knows what his mama does on the app because he's right here. He knows when I'm live. He knows, oh, mommy's cooking, or, he knows that when I buy certain things, he's like, oh, mommy, you getting ready to do a mukbang? You know, he knows what I do. He don't know what y'all be doing. He don't know what y'all saying. So, he's not affected. Neither am I. But, that sector over there was, starting campaigns and canceling people over comments about a child, or, they made it about an underage child. We don't know if an underage child actually exists. Um, the comments that were made were not intended to target anyone underage at all. Okay, but that's what they made it about. Okay, and so everyone knows and is familiar with my child, right? Everyone knows my child's name. Everyone knows that my child is 9 years old. Um, so for someone, an adult, to think that it's okay to troll and bully my child, I just wanted to see what the sector felt about that sector. Not that I expect that sector to support me, because they don't and they never will. And that's okay, because I don't support them either. So it's cool. It's it's a mutual understanding. right? And I'm totally fine with them canceling me. Like, cool. However, they can't stop talking about me. They can't stop watching me. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting my nose is getting stuffy. But um I just wanted to see what they were going to do. I went over to Phantom's platform where the majority of that sector dwelled, right? A lot of them were over there. Um, and I wanted to bring attention to what that troll was doing in regards to my kid. And being that they were making such a big deal about protecting children, I said, okay, I want to see how much they're going to stand in unity and let this nigga know that what you're doing is wrong and we're not going to platform you if that's what you're going to do. That's what I was expecting because they were going so hard to cancel other people, right? But in the back of my mind, I already knew that the outrage was not going to be the same. I also knew that they were going to be hypocrites. And I knew that they were still going to embrace that individual. I already knew these things, but I just wanted, it was a test. So what I was doing was ringing the alarm when I went on Phantom's channel, like, yo, and I was talking to Phantom because Phantom and I were cool, right? And we still are. Shout out to Phantom. Um, but I went to specifically tell him because he had the person on his channel before. So I said, okay, well, this person is over there on their channel doing a live right now using my son's image. Um, at the time, I did not hear what the guy was saying in the live. I just knew that he was doing a live with my child's image. That was just enough for me. That was just enough. You know what I'm saying? But then when I heard the things that he was saying, where he was, threatening to kidnap my child, he made a lot of disgusting threats. And shout out to Trip because the video was taken down, but Trip still has, because she was streaming live while they were streaming. So Trip has a lot of what was said on that live on her channel. All right, so y'all go check that out. Um, but they did exactly what I knew they were going to do. They still embraced him. They did not check him and tell him he was wrong for that shit. None of that. They proceeded to let me know I'm still going to have him over here. And I knew that. I knew that because it's me, because it's my child. That's why, nope, I'm not going to say it. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not going to say it. Mm-mm. So they did exactly what I knew they were going to do, period. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. Conrad proceeds to bring her ass over here to my channel, right? And tells me that, well, we would not have known anything about his channel, or we would not have known that he was doing that if you didn't promote his channel and tell all of us that that was going on. What, bitch? So now it's my fault that I announced to the masses that this nigga, see, they so pressed about people's numbers and views here on YouTube. Oh, well, he only had 5 people on the line. So the fuck what? What if there was 100 people on the live? The fact that he used a child's image to bully and harass his mother and the child, that alone should just be enough. And in that moment, I didn't know Jag was tuned into my live. I had no idea. All I see is someone backstage, and it was Jag. And she came up because she heard what was being said, and she said, That is not what we are about to do. You are not about to sit here and gaslight this woman whose child is being victimized. And you're not going to sit here and make it seem like she's doing something wrong. Well, Sammy, you should not have said nothing because don't nobody go over there. We didn't even know he had a channel. That's a lie. Now, this person is always, wanting to speak on things, but yet they're never around. Oh, I didn't know that happened. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I wasn't there for that. I was on vacation. Oh, I didn't. Oh, for real? They said, oh, that happened. That's always their response. We're telling you, when he was introduced to that sector, his channel was promoted. People were encouraged to go subscribe to them. So me talking about what he was doing that night was not me promoting him. It was me sounding the alarm. So now we see Conrad for who she is. Let me tell y'all, that live, it was probably a good 4 stories in one live. We were live for 9 hours. And you could probably break down that live into 4 different lives. We had Devin came over here to speak about the situation, with Phantom and Kay. That was a small segment. But shout out to Devin, shout out to Phantom. I don't know what the fuck Kay got going on, but shout out to her too, I guess. And then we start seeing people for who they are, like Conrad. And it was just a lot of, a couple of other strange things that went on that, raised our eyebrows. But we also got to get to the bottom of the quote unquote Trevor Green, situation. And that was the most important thing for me. And we did that, I think he's lying about his interaction with her. And he seems like another very obsessed person with her. That is just, oh, she's a liar, she's a liar, she's a liar. Just, it's like a lot of people just be saying that shit just to say it. Cause I'm like, okay, what have you, how are you proving that what she's saying isn't true? Where is that at? That's what I'm asking. Where is the work that you've done to prove that what she's saying is not true? For you to be able to call her a liar. That's all I'm saying. And this isn't me defending Jag. This is me asking y'all who want, because what y'all are doing what you're doing is you're spreading your rhetoric and you're building an audience and you're running around saying things now against what she's doing. And I want to know, where are your receipts? Like, how do we know what you're saying is valid? Who are you? At the end of the day, Jag has created a name for herself. People like, oh, she's D-list. She's a has-been. That's irrelevant. She's still more known than any of you motherfuckers. She still has more accomplishments than most of you motherfuckers. Just always diminishing people's accolades and accomplishments. Like, that's weird to me. That shows you're a hater. I don't know if y'all realize that, but do y'all know that that's hating? Do you? No, you just, I don't know. Y'all embrace y'all hateration. I think that's what it is. Like, y'all are proud haters. Like, you cool with being a hater. And I mean, if that's what you want to do, if that's what you want to be that, you know? Because our haters actually help us as much as you guys talk about us. Because it's like, okay, again, I'm irrelevant, I'm a nobody, but yet I am the topic of your conversation every day for hours. And it's the same for her. And this same person that seems to be very obsessed with her, that is at every live, he's at every channel that talks about her. It's weird. And that's just my opinion. But you have to ask yourself, it's like, damn, just like we were asking him, like, what did she do to you? Why are you so angry? Why are you so against her? Why you gotta go so hard trying to, it's all a part of what that sector was created for. When that woman became a target, there were multiple CCs that made it their mission to discredit her and to create a narrative that you should not believe anything that she says because she was speaking out against the industry. She was speaking out. She is speaking out against people in the industry. And people are like, well, these people have kids, and what about their kids and their family? And she running around accusing them of things and saying that they're doing things. But what about the blogs that report on them? What about the paparazzi and the fans that invade their personal space and when they're out with their kids? And I mean, that's what that industry does. She is a self-proclaimed whistleblower. She feels that it's her mission and her duty to tell people what's going on in the industry. That it's not the glitz and the glamour, the red carpets, the makeup, the hair, everything that we see, the jewelry, the fabulousness of it all, that it's actually dark. There are things that these people do. There are things that you have to do, you know, to be a part or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? And people have made it their business to, you know, go out of their way to discredit that or to make other people believe that you can't believe what she's saying. And now I'm seeing that anybody that has a difference of opinion against what that group is trying to do, you become a target. And that could be what happened to me. Ask me if I care. I do not. Because I'm going to stand on my own mind. I don't want to be on board. I don't want to be a part of a bandwagon. I don't want to be a part of a group that does the things that I've seen them do. Here's what I think. I think that anybody can be whoever they want to be on the internet. I don't question what people say. That's just not me. I don't know them like that. I don't know whether what they're saying is true or not. Like, where did we go? Like, how did it get to that point? How did we get there where someone's like telling a story and then you're just like, you're lying? That didn't happen. That's not true. That's not me. Oh, you had her over here and she was just saying all these things. How was I supposed to know what's true? I'm just letting her talk. Oh, you didn't push back. You didn't give her any push back on what? Now, if you heard things that she said and it wasn't true, if it was about you and you have a channel, go on your channel and talk about it. Don't, and no disrespect, because people reached out to me upset about what she said. No disrespect to you, but again, I'm gonna ask, what do you want me to do? Now, I'll be happy to, do another live and say, okay, well, this person reached out and, they wanted me to let you guys know that, but they didn't say that, because I said, well, what do you want me to do? Well, you had her on here and she's welcome here and she's welcome to say whatever she wants to say. It's an open platform. I'm not gonna say, oh no, I don't know, man. It's I can't make everybody happy, yo. I don't know what y'all be wanting. Listen, but they did go live and they discussed whatever problem they had with what she said. So I don't know, child. It's always something. Always something. You're always gonna get blamed for something. You're always gonna be wrong for something on here. I mean, that's just how it goes. Um, but I just feel like I let people talk. I let people say what they want to say, whether, you know, what she's saying is facts or truth. I don't know, and I don't know how I'm supposed to prove that. Again, if what she has said isn't, facts and you have a channel, there's an opportunity for you to address it on your channel and clear it up, correct it. One of the things that they had a problem with what she said, it was like in my opinion, because it wasn't defamatory about the person. There was some truth there, but it's just that there was like something that she said that wasn't true about the situation. And it's like, okay, it's not like she defamed your character or anything. It's not like she was saying something salacious. Child, let me read y'all comments because now I'm just yapping. It's almost time for me to get up off of here. Hey, y'all. Let me see. Good morning. I have no idea what time I fell asleep. Woke up after 2. Sleepy, but listen. Hey, Michelle. Good morning, Polo. Some people embraced him, true, but plenty reported him too. Everyone ain't against right. Yeah. Good morning, Rich. Shout out to Rich, y'all. Um, yeah, no, everyone isn't. And that was my point. That's all I was saying. And I want you guys to pay attention to that. All of those people that's in that sector, when they trying to get you to rally against people, pay attention to that. Because if they're not going to rally against that individual for what he did, what does that tell you? That the hypocrisy and the outrage is selective. A lot of times the shit is fake and forced. It's hypocritical. It's exactly what I've been saying over here for weeks. There's been multiple attempts to cancel people for whatever reason. And I'm going to keep standing on the fact that y'all are full of shit. Okay? Good morning, Tim Jones. Cole. Yo, do y'all like nude streams on Discord? And then they said, do y'all like Discord streams? Join this server for nude streams. That's weird. And that might be against Discord's guidelines, but yeah, we good. One of my friends are going to do a nude stream on Discord today. Why? A lot of y'all are doing some freaky shit online that you should not be doing. That's weird. And I hope there aren't any minors in that Discord. Y'all be going too far with the streams these days. You can't believe everything people say on the internet. No, you can't. However, you don't need to like combat everything they say either. I just let people do them. Because honestly, people can come on here, and there's been several people that have actually come on YouTube lying about who they are, what they have, what they do. It's a lot of them in that same sector that's so hell-bent on proving someone else to be a liar. I'm just saying. We witness it every day, and I don't give them pushback on the shit that they say. But then you want me to push back on someone else? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But anyway, guys, that was just my little recap of, everything that occurred Monday night. I'm excited to do something else tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna, go live about tonight just yet. I have a couple of topics in mind. We talked about that EDP story. I was thinking about doing a reaction to that. I could probably break down a couple of things in my live. I kind of want to move on to something else. Oh my goodness. Hey Cindy, I'm supposed to be doing a story about Captain Save-A-Hose. That's going to be a good topic. We still got to do the topic about how the relationships with our mothers, how they affect our love lives. I got so many topics, y'all. One thing about this channel is we do not run out of content. Our content isn't, and this is no shade, no shade. Our content is not based on people. We are just, we do different things. We cook, we have discussions, open panels, we do reactions, food reviews, we share products, we review products, It's so many things, so many things. Um, so yeah. But we'll be back tonight, you guys. I don't know when any of my other content creator friends are going live. Um, I don't know, but you guys stay tuned. Um, check out Lucky Substack. Um, check out Richard Lomax here on YouTube. Um, check out Benjamin News and More here on YouTube. And I know that she's upset with me. And I get that, you know. But shout out to Incoming, you know. Um, I don't know what to say. Um, do I feel that I need to apologize for anything? No. Not right now. I don't feel that way. If something is brought to my attention that I may have done wrong, then absolutely I will stand on business. I will take full accountability, and I don't have a problem apologizing. Um, but I understand, you know, she might be upset, and yeah, I don't know what to say. But what I will say is that, you know, things may change later. You know, that's all I can say right now. Things may change later. And I'll be here. Okay? I'll be right here. Um, but shout out to her. Check her out for her commentary and celebrity, you know, news and all the things over at Income and Opinion. Um, you know. Shout out to Trip. Check her out. Messy Metaphysician, Messy Metaphysics. Shout out to her. Um, I've really been enjoying her content. Um, I think that's all I have, y'all. Let me see what y'all saying. No, I took yesterday off, Cindy. I took yesterday off. I took last night off. Uh-uh. I'm gonna come back tonight, though. Y'all know I can't stay away too long. So, I gotta pick one of my topics that I wanted to do, and I'll get it scheduled. Y'all make sure y'all turn y'all notifications on. Ooh. Um, Also, y'all subscribe to the channel. Hey, L Boogie, it's been a minute. What's going on? Long time no see. Good morning. Regarding Jag, I understand not believing what everyone says, but do you believe and trust your own memory? Do you not remember she's a liar? Well, what specifically? I mean, there might be things that, you know, I might question, but it's not that serious to me. There goes Rich. Hey, boo. I mean, what specifically are you wanting me to remember, El Boogie? And then when I remember that thing, I don't know, Rich. That's what I'm trying to pick. So there's that EDP guy who got exposed for being a pedo. I'm not familiar with him, but apparently this guy is like super popular. He's like he looked like AT2. Big back, big fat bald headed nigga. And it's been a lot of good morning, Maria. Hi, boo. It's been a lot of controversy behind him. So I was gonna do a reaction to that. EDP, yeah, and apparently he has a lot of minor victims. So I that was a topic. Ben and I kind of had a funny topic about Captain Saverhose. I wanted to do a topic about Captain Saverhose. That was another topic. I also wanted to do, remember we did the live about the relationship with our fathers and how it affects our adult relationships. Well, I wanted to do one about the relationships with our mothers and how that relationship can affect our adult relationship. So there's that topic. I have so many topics, y'all. Like, I don't know which one to start with. Tony! Tony, I miss you. Where you been? Good morning. Where you been, Tony? You know you my ace boom coon. You already know what it is. Where you been? Wait, what's that song? Friend, where have you been? You been around and around. I ain't seen you though. You wasn't over here. I think you had popped in one day, but Tony, it's good to see you, my friend. You down for all of that? Okay, I gotta buckle down on one of the topics. I think we should do the Captain Saverhole one. Y'all want to do that one because y'all laugh. Okay, y'all want to talk about these Captain Saverhole ass niggas? Cause look, I was joking with Ben because I said Ben is a Captain Saverhole. Shout out to him. He know what it is. I'm joking, but I'm not joking. But y'all know it's really niggas out there like that. And I feel like we need to talk about it. Okay, y'all want to do that topic. Okay. All right. We're going to do that one. So we're going to talk about Captain Saverhose. And Ben inspired it, okay? Like he inspired some of my other topics. He know what it is, and it's all love, it's all good. So we gonna get into the Captain Saverhose. Cause it's Wednesday, and y'all know usually on my channel on Wednesdays we start doing our relationship topics, and then that leads us up to Saturday where we do our speed dating. But I think we're gonna change Saturday from speed dating Saturdays. Single, it's gonna be single networking. So we had a lot of, well, last Saturday there was a major event going on, so we didn't do our Saturday night live last Saturday because we had the Shields versus Scott fight. It was a major event last Saturday. So I said, you know what, I'ma chill. And now we're back this Saturday. But the Saturday before that, we had a good time. We played some games. We did dating debates, and we did green flag, yellow flag, red flag. And I gave you guys a topic and you let me know if it was a green flag, a yellow flag, or a red flag. And that was kind of fun. That was a lot. We had a good time Saturday before last. So we're going to bring that back. It's going to be more of like a singles networking type of thing. Well, okay. because I don't want to say singles, because I had women that were married, women that were in relationships participate. So, you don't have to necessarily be single, but if you are looking, to meet people, come join us on Saturday. Okay, but y'all know we do topics, we do discussions leading up to Saturday, and then, that's what it's going to be. So tonight, we are going to talk about Captain Save-A-Holes. And is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I feel like a lot of these hoes don't want to be saved. So I feel like, why? Why do you want to do that? We're going to talk about it, y'all. So join me tonight. I'm going to set it up, and we'll see who comes through. We're going to keep our ears out to the street too. We're always looking for other topics and content. Y'all reach out to me if there's anything else that you guys, want to do. Let me know in the comments below. Um, any ideas. We're back in the kitchen on Sunday. I'm going to make these good old turkey necks on Sunday. We've been back doing our cooking with Sammy. Let me see what else. You keep missing me, but I've been here. I took yesterday off, but I'm coming back today, child. Y'all know we gotta run a checkup. Y'all know I'm only on here as much as I am because I actually be running a checkup, y'all. I'm monetized. Everything I do this month, I get paid for next month. Y'all know how it goes. So I literally be on here working. Okay. So we'll be back tonight. That's why I try to be consistent, and stack my views and. I know, Tony. You want the lunchtime. It's like the time goes by so fast. Oh, you been on the blue fade. Okay, I can understand that. Yeah, they've been keeping people entertained, child. That's a mess. That fight they had out there in the street. I don't know. Blueface just stay getting himself in some shit because they recorded him um hitting women. He pushed someone and then he kicked that girl that Krishan was beating up. He kicked her. So I don't know. It's too much. It's a lot going on. All of the content creators are eating off of that. Wow. Well, that's what it is. And we might talk about that too, because I don't know. Blueface is kind of like a Captain Save-A-Ho. So maybe we can incorporate some of that content in that topic as well. Well, look, there we go. Yeah, he's making a lot of money. I know. I know. And shit, that in itself is something that we should discuss. People are making a lot of money off of toxic, um, violent content, you know? And I feel like our kids are being exposed to a lot as well. Maybe not my kid per se, because my child isn't watching that type of stuff, but there are children watching these streamers. Yes, Nevaeh had her baby. I did see that. She went into labor. Shout out. She had the baby. Oh my goodness. I just saw yesterday that Coach Stormy's daughter is pregnant. Wow. I'm so surprised. I did not see that coming. Shout out to Manaya Essence. She's pregnant. That's Coach Stormy's daughter. A lot of the girlies are, getting pregnant. I hope to be getting married one day. I want to announce I'm engaged. I want to announce I'm getting married. That's the kind of announcement I want to make. So we'll see. One day, maybe. We'll see. Um But all right, y'all, I gotta go. Time to get my baby ready for school. Time to get it together. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I was kind of rambling in the beginning. Um, but you guys seem to enjoy my level up mornings. And thank you guys so much for that. Um, it's kind of like for me to reflect and maybe address, certain things. And yeah, and I think I did that. Um, so yeah. All right, y'all, I gotta go. Uh, it's Wednesday. I hope you guys have a great day. Um, God bless you guys. And stay tuned. I'll get my live for tonight scheduled. Make sure you turn the notifications on. Um, oh, same here, Tony. It was good to see you. We gonna catch up. I'm gonna get back to doing the lunch lives. I know, cause I did have like you and a couple of y'all that would come and join me for lunch, and we would have a time. So we'll get back into that as well. But y'all just make sure y'all are subscribed and make sure your notifications are turned to all so you don't miss anything that I do here on Just Call Me Sammy. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you guys for liking this video. Thank you to all of you that support me, that support the channel. Thank you guys for all your donations. Thank you to my members. Thank you guys for gifting donations. Shout out to Ange. Um, just everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful. And I will see you guys later. We're gonna have some more fun. And all right, y'all. Have a great day. Love you.